Lil Wayne has made it clear that he's all in for Drake in the drama between him and Kendrick Lamar. This whole beef has been causing a lot of buzz in Hollywood. At first, Wayne didn't want to get involved since it wasn't his issue, and Drake had been like a mentee to him. But things changed when Jay-Z shocked everyone by picking Kendrick Lamar to perform at the Super Bowl, pulling Wayne right into the middle of it all. When the Super Bowl was held in Lil Wayne's hometown of New Orleans, he got really upset. So, he decided to support Drake and throw some shade at Kendrick and Jay-Z. We all thought the drama would end after the Super Bowl, but it's far from over. Wayne not only called Kendrick's performance the worst halftime show ever, but he also hinted at dropping a diss track aimed straight at Kendrick. Looks like he's ready to take things even further. Let's clear this up. A lot of people think Lil Wayne is going after Kendrick because he's so protective of Drake and mad about Kendrick's disses. It makes sense, though, since Wayne was the one who helped Drake and Nicki Minaj get started. He was their mentor. Drake was his golden boy, Nicki was the queen, and Wayne was the boss. Together, they were unstoppable and on top of the game. Things were going great for Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki. They were all over the charts and making big moves. But then, things started to get tense between Lil Wayne and Drake, and it wasn't about music. It was about a girl. Here's how it happened. While Wayne was locked up, he trusted his crew to keep things in check. But he was shocked when he found out that Drake had gotten really close to Wayne's girlfriend, Tammy Terrell. This was the same Drake that Wayne had helped rise to the top. The whole thing was about trust and loyalty. While Wayne was serving time, he found out that Drake had gotten close to his girlfriend, and it felt like a huge betrayal. Naturally, Wayne was beyond upset when he heard this. I mean, who wouldn't be? Being locked up and learning that your trusted apprentice is getting cozy with your girl is a punch to the gut. Wayne didn't hide how angry he was. He made it clear that this is the kind of thing no man wants to find out while he's behind bars. Wayne was beyond angry when he found out, and he said if he wasn't locked up at the time, he didn't know what he would have done. Learning that Drake was involved with his girl really hurt him. And honestly, it wasn't just because it was Drake. Any man in that situation would have hurt just the same. This wasn't just a small argument, it was a turning point. It marked the beginning of the end for the tight family image that Young Money had built. Drake's actions sent shockwaves through the whole crew. Suddenly, everyone started questioning Drake's loyalty. Was he really committed to the team? Or just out for himself? The trust that used to hold their bond together was now in doubt. The fallout from this betrayal was huge. Wayne and Drake's relationship took a serious hit, and it was clear there was growing tension between them. You could feel it in their music, their interviews, and even their social media posts. The close friendship they once had, where they praised each other and shared moments together, seemed to vanish overnight. The happy photos quickly disappeared. When Lil Wayne spoke out against Kendrick, it wasn't because of his feelings about Drake, it was all about the Super Bowl. Everyone, including Wayne, thought he'd be the one headlining since the game was in his hometown, New Orleans. It seemed like a sure thing, but then the NFL surprised everyone by picking Kendrick Lamar instead. When Wayne found out, he didn't hold back. He went on social media to share how much the snub hurt him. It was obvious he felt ignored and disrespected, especially with everything he's done in the game. Wayne made sure his followers knew just how much it stung.
First of all, I want to say forgive me for the delay. The delay. I want to say I had to get strength. I had to get strength enough to do this without breaking. I must say thank you. I must say thank you to every voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love, and the support out there. Your words turned into arms and held me up when I try to fall back. That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown, and for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position.
While many fans thought Wayne was just being honest about how the snub hurt him, not everyone saw it that way. Some felt that by making it about himself, he kind of took the spotlight away from Kendrick's big moment. It didn't take long for Kendrick to respond, and it was clear he wasn't happy about how things went. On his album GNX, Kendrick made a subtle reference to Wayne in the track, Whacked Out Girls. The name drop showed Kendrick wasn't too pleased, adding more fuel to the fire in their already messy relationship. Kendrick wasn't holding back. I used to play the Carter 3 all the time, feeling proud of how far I'd come. But I think all that hard work started to wear on Lil Wayne. Some people might call me crazy, but I've had my doubts about things. I drew a line a while back, and things just didn't feel right. Then Snoop posted something that felt like it was aimed at me, and I really hoped it was just the edibles messing with my head. But it wasn't. It was real. I had to let it go. Winning the Super Bowl was huge, but honestly, the only one who really congratulated me was me. All these people acting funny, but I'm just glad they're showing their faces now. Some artists act like they're old news, trying to convince me they're my favorite, but Lil Wayne wasn't having it. A lot of people thought Kendrick wasn't really throwing shade, but Wayne saw it differently. He tweeted, "Man, what did I do? I'm just chilling and they're still coming for me. Don't mistake my kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep, please. No one wants chaos, not even me, but I'll handle it if I'm pushed." He definitely caught the shade and wasn't backing down. He was ready for whatever came his way. Wayne wasn't backing down, but some fans felt he was overdoing it. One person tweeted, "You said the Super Bowl was taken from you, but it wasn't even promised to you. You never congratulated the artist who worked hard to get there, but now you're acting like it's a big deal." Another person wrote, "Don't act like you didn't talk about the Super Bowl a bunch, saying it was taken away from you. How would you feel if you actually got the chance?" Someone else pointed out how Wayne kept saying the Super Bowl was taken from him instead of just congratulating the artist who earned it. What made Wayne's tweet even more confusing was that not long before, he did an interview with Skip Bayless. In that chat, Wayne seemed to totally change his attitude, saying he understood why the NFL didn't choose him as the headliner. So when he tweeted all emotional about the snub, it felt kind of contradictory. On one hand, he was clearly hurt, but on the other, he seemed to accept the decision. He was really vocal about it on social media, but in the interview, he seemed pretty calm and understanding about the whole thing. The difference between his chill attitude in the interview and his emotional tweet left fans confused. They were wondering why he'd go off on Twitter after handling it so calmly in the interview.
Okay, speaking of Super Bowl, I gotta hit you with this because this is just me, and I do love you, but I just remain baffled and angry over why the NFL did not choose you to play halftime of a Super Bowl that's going to be in your hometown. And I know you went through a lot with it, but now that your feelings have settled some, how do you explain their choosing not to ask you?
Well, so I'll give you two, I give you both. So when I say, I give you my general answer and then I give you the personal answer. So generally, I explain it. Generally, I just believe that, they, for whatever reason, I believe that it's over my head. Meaning that's, I don't know why, period.
But that's not all. Wayne also seemed to get why Kendrick name-dropped him in GNX. Instead of getting defensive, he took a more mature approach and understood why Kendrick made that move. What really shocked fans, though, was when Wayne revealed he actually talked to Kendrick before the performance and wished him well. This totally confused people, especially with all the tension between them. It made fans wonder if Wayne's frustration was more about the timing and how the whole thing looked to the public, rather than any real personal issues.
Kendrick Lamar, what his lyrics were about you. What can you explain?
That was my first time hearing it, but I think he just, I think he's a fan, like I'm a fan of his music. Sure. He's a fan.
Yeah.
I think
he's definitely a fan of yours. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think he just mean by he saw what everybody else, he saw how much it meant to me. And I think that's all he mean, is that, I don't think, and when we speak, and obviously you can't control that.
It looked like Wayne and Kendrick had sorted things out and put the beef to rest in 2024, so fans thought the drama was over. Insiders even said the NFL apologized to Lil Wayne for the snub. A source mentioned that the league sent Wayne a letter of apology, not from anyone specific, but from the NFL itself on official letterhead. The letter thanked him for all his years of support, not just for the Packers, his favorite team, but for the league overall. Wayne has always been a big supporter of the NFL. He regularly appears on the NFL Sunday pregame show and NFL Game Day morning on the NFL Network. But even with all that, he won't be performing at any Sunday halftime show, and he won't be watching it either, not even for a second. He'll watch the game, but the halftime show? Not happening. One anonymous NFL employee even confirmed that a mistake was made and they regretted the decision, saying Lil Wayne should have been the first pick, especially since he's from New Orleans. Lil Wayne's connection to New Orleans is strong, and it made perfect sense for him to headline the show in his hometown. An NFL insider even said that from now on, the league wants to pick artists who have a real connection to the city or state where the game is being played. Lil Wayne was clearly the best choice, but the decision made didn't seem to be the right one. Another insider said, New Orleans is Lil Wayne's city. He's done so much for it. It would have been incredible for him to perform at the halftime show and show his love for the place. The love for Lil Wayne in his hometown is real, and it was obvious that not picking him was the wrong call. Now, it seems the NFL wants to avoid making that mistake again. Turns out, Wayne had more people supporting him than we thought, which probably explains why he was so frustrated. He likely realized how close he was to headlining, and now he's planning a big comeback. He even dropped a teaser before the Super Bowl, hinting that something major was coming. Fans were on edge, waiting to see what he had in store, maybe even a comeback aimed at Kendrick. When Wayne dropped that cryptic message, social media went wild with excitement. Everyone was buzzing, trying to guess what he might be announcing. Since Wayne is known for being unpredictable, the anticipation was through the roof as fans eagerly waited to see what he had in store.
Y'all know I'm not gonna be there this week, which means I guess there's a seat to fill. Shout out to New Orleans, but I've been working on something very special. I got something exciting coming for you. Thursday, the 6th.
On February 6th, 2025, Wayne finally dropped the big news everyone had been waiting for. He's working on a new album, set to release on June 6, 2025. His fans were ecstatic to hear that Weezy was coming back to the game. But what really grabbed attention wasn't just the album announcement, it was how he shared it. Wayne made the reveal in his usual quirky way, but what really stood out was how he used the moment to take shots at the Super Bowl snub. Instead of just focusing on the album, he made it clear how he felt about being overlooked. Wayne definitely leaned into the controversy, making it clear he wasn't letting the snub slide. It felt like he was using the moment to get some frustration off his chest, while also getting everyone excited about his upcoming project. It was like he was making a statement and building anticipation at the same time.
Wayne, it's a different direction this time. But we have another focus.
Yo, pass me the seat of film. Let's go.
Hey, we still going?
Nah, this is time sensitive. Let's get it.
Even though Lil Wayne seems to be staying calm for now, many fans think he's got something lined up for Kendrick on his upcoming album. There's a rumor that a few months ago, Wayne was in the studio recording a response to Kendrick's GNX, and it's got everyone talking. Fans are waiting to see if Wayne will directly address the tension. To make things even more interesting, Joe Budden revealed that after GNX dropped, Wayne actually tried reaching out to Kendrick to clear the air, but apparently, Kendrick never called him back. According to Budden, that's where things stand. If Wayne really is planning a response, and these rumors are true, we're probably in for some serious heat when his album drops. It's clear the tension between him and Kendrick is far from over. Kendrick better watch out because we all know Lil Wayne doesn't mess around with diss tracks. He might have just found his match with Wheezy F Baby. But I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Tell me how you feel about the Super Bowl halftime, and don't forget to check out this next video.